What's up, people? How you doing tonight? Welcome to the first day of the Hobby Time in the Murder Basement February challenge. My brain, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Well, turns out I don't get anything done unless I set goals. So that's the main answer to that. How y'all doing? How's it going? I see got a new sub from Josh Hatch and AJ and Hurricane Sid 95. What's up, guys? I hope you're all still there and hanging out. I hope you're doing well. I'm pretty excited. Like, I didn't get shit done today, but I'm pretty excited. I think that we are. Matt, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? I am very excited. I gotta somehow manage to get all this stuff done. So I'm just figured I would get here, think about it, hang out with my Doink crew, my Doink boys, my Grim Doinks, talk about the scale of this, seeing as how now you all have seen my shame. so let's talk about how to get it. Hiroichi, how you doing? I'm also going to give you a sup. All right. I got a care package today from the fantastic, illustrious, Impending Duff. If you haven't seen him, you should go check out his streams. He did a kit, like a hobby kit where he got for it was all Monument Hobby stuff, so I got the new Monument Hobby scraper. My Patreon, John, sent it to me. He was excited to see what I thought of the stuff, and then literally as I get home from picking it up, I read an email from him, and he's like, "I don't really like this thing." So I'm excited to try it. I needed a tool like this. Hiroichi just finished up some models. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. I also got some a tester of the new Monument Primer, which I'm very excited for. I went to Miniature Market today, picked up some static grass and some wasteland tufts and things to make my Turnip 28 thing just be a little weirder and more chaotic. So I'm pretty excited about that. Got cards and things from this game all over the place. This is, guys, you don't even know. I'm not built to have all this stuff happening in my tiny little attic space. The murder basement was a better place for doing a big project, but it rained here the other day. It actually snowed and then rained, so all that melt ended up in my basement, and it reminded me why I don't do the murder basement down there. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I don't do this. So I'm gonna set these to the side, and I'm gonna run and grab my models. We're building tonight. We're setting up some things, and maybe testing out some actual Turnip 28 design ideas. So I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh yeah! Got my last abomination, but really what I need is all of these Vanguard infiltrators. That's the last of the stuff I need to clip. can't remember if these guys all... I don't believe that these guys get flag bearers. That's something that I can't remember. I need to grab one of my books. Not like it really matters, but, you know, I do try to be as close to a WYSIWYG as I possibly can. Alright, I'll be right back. Hold on. By the end of this challenge, you're all going to be stinking tired of me. I hope that isn't the case, but it could be. It very well could be. Alright, let's look at here. No, they just have a leader. Okay. Very good. Ah, dude, excellent, excellent job. Deathwatch and Necrons. That's so much. That's so much. Why do we do that to ourselves? Spencer, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, boys. I don't need any of this stuff. I just need the bodies. The bodies? Yeah, that's all I need. Just working on a skinny boy. Or a skinky boy. Excellent. Excellent. Glad to hear it. How was everybody's day? Oh man, Mexican food. Oh dude, I want Mexican food. The other night after the range, we went to our favorite Mexican place, and they were closed. And with the sign on the door saying that they'd be open later that night. The problem with this Mexican place, it's one of the best Mexican places in St. Louis. Extremely authentic, fantastic food. But the owner doesn't like to answer the phone if he's got patrons in his restaurant, which means he doesn't make any money from call-ins because he won't pick up the phone. AT Roger, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? So if you want that authentic Mexican cuisine, you are SOL unless you go in and order it. Which means you have to go in, wait for them to cook it, and there's just something about, like, sitting in the middle of COVID that just, like, doesn't sound like a good idea to me. I'm just like, no, no, I don't want to come and sit in your store and wait for you to make my food. I want you to pick up the phone when I call you. So, I don't think they're gonna make it. Building a Pathfinder. Not 47, what's going on? So, yeah, it makes me sad because I love them. They're the best, and they make literally the best margarita I have ever had in my entire life. And if you're ever in St. Louis, you got to hit up Lily's. It's fantastic food if they can make it. Bug King, what's going on, man? You did an awesome job on that distracted model. Really, really turned out great. Richard B. Heath is the greatest. Heath is the guy. If he can't do it, nobody can. Heath wills laughter Feb. You're right. I will laughter Feb. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. This was a pain. I went to a Thai place. It was closed. Went to a really good Chinese place. It was closed. Tex-Mex hoity-toity bar. Just gonna get a burger, and they're fucking out of burgers. Richard. Slaughter. You can't spell slaughter without laughter, man. Why that isn't in more like cheesy 80s horror movies, I don't know. Like, to me, that's one of the funniest things that I will ever read is somebody making a bunch of jokes about slaughter that like only a dad would giggle at. I put the laughter in slaughter. You can't spell relaxo without relax. Rancho Relaxo. Because remember, you can't spell relaxo without relax. Oh man. I really was hoping to have more time today to do this. I should know by now never to ever book an interview anywhere, because that just kind of like always messes up my time frame. Your death shall be painful and slow. It sounds like a Cannibal Corpse lyrics. I wish my... The cloud of smoke and ash still hangs in the air. I mean, like, I love the Aeons of Battle Boys. They're, like, really great and really sweet. And Jay is a fantastic person. Nick is very fantastic person. It was great getting able to hear from Nick a little bit more because he's really never in front of the camera. I like the fact that they're fucking young people doing it and being really motivated. So I think people will like them. I hope people really respond to that. I won't remember. A buddy of mine was like, "You got that crusty hair going on right now," and I was like, "Yeah, it's definitely in the clown territory." Then I was also like, "But really, it's like Gallagher. It's Gallagher hair." Instead of us who are unmotivated, get nothing done. See, here's the thing, like, I would count myself in that old fart category in comparison to their age. And while sometimes my days get messed up, I'm going to say I feel pretty motivated in like 90% of the time. I love doing things. It is like Gallagher hair, which is like one of the worst insults that you can say to somebody, because that dude is a piece of work. Like, them's fighting words. It's Carrot Top hair. Yeah, but it's not as red as Carrot Top's hair. Like, the size of it may be Carrot Top hair, but the actual color is not that bright. My hair used to be much brighter when I was a child, but it's really mellowed out over the years. Which is kind of a shame, also kind of awesome. Let's see here. Oh, the gray washes out the color, dude. My hair is so gray right now. I've always wanted like a gray streak, and the other day the light caught it, and I was like, holy fuck. There it is. There it is. It's happening. Alright. Oh, I don't need those extra heads. They don't matter. They're just heads, and there's like 400 heads on here. I love gray hair. I think it is a sexy look, and I think that everybody who's trying to defy their age with dyeing it, you aren't fooling anybody. We see you. Gray hair on women is beautiful. Gray hair on men is handsome. Just don't, like, get a fucking perm and wear nothing but, like, flower print shirts, you know? Kids make me gray. Yeah, right? My brother, he went gray so young. And I blame my nephew for that. Cancel your hair appointment. Fucking cancel your hair appointment. Let that shit go all natural. If you're lucky, it'll turn into clown hair like mine. Gallagher hair. You'll get Gallagher hair like mine. No perm for this silver fox. That, yeah, please no perms. So right next to my frame shop is a hair salon. And they're really, really good neighbors, very sweet people. But every once in a while they still do perms and like chemical treatment or hair, and it is just like, whew. By the time it makes it through our heater, it smells like fucking sewage. It's crazy. Your hair is only half curly. I get that. I get that. I've seen that a lot. My wife, her hair is really curly in the back. We'd call it her mean curls. All I can do is think about, like, once this generation gets old enough that we end up in old folks' homes, it's gonna be like people sitting around playing fucking GoldenEye and like Lazy Boy recliners and like Dungeons and Dragons and fucking war games on the big tables. It's gonna be badass. Stoked to be right at the end of building all these things. Wait, when did you start? How late am I? I started, let's see here, where does it say? 27 minutes ago. You are not so late. Scott, how's it going? How you guys doing tonight? Thank you so much for joining us. Hope everything's going well for you guys. Hooty hoot, what's up? Scott's almost done with his workday. Fantastic. Latino Hot says not so bad. I think I might actually do that because, like, I have. Oh man, I'll just grab it. If you guys haven't seen this airbrush, this guy, the MGTF, check this out. It's your pistol grip airbrush. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cute. I don't really want a pistol grip airbrush, and then you like feel it, and you're like, oh, that's fucking sweet. And then you go, I have to do a huge project. Bam, son! Look at that! Look at that hopper. Just like take the entire thing of Stynylrez in there and just like go crazy. Eric, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for finding me. I really appreciate that. That's it's awesome. Dude, Craftsman. Like seriously, I sent my wife a photo today, and she responded to me, and it said, "What in the world?" All in one word. I was just like, God damn it, it's the best. Flair, what's up? Oh, you were just talking about this in Geekette stream. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, slaps the top of this container. You can fit so much primer in this bad boy. You can fit so much pee in these balls. This is, it's one of those like splurges that I never would have done on my own, but since I had an opportunity to get one for work and actually use it for work, it was like seriously like changed my life. Flair, I'm doing well. How you doing? I'm in very good spirits because I'm finally getting this project off the road and running. Even though I'm not as done as I want, I'm feeling good about it. Wait a second, what just happened here? Ah. Giggly Geekette! You kind of want to do subtitles for our interview. The needle is big. I think it's a 7mm, a 0.7mm needle, but it's excellent. You can actually pull back and still do some nice tight detail work with it, and it's got a whole different tip for stuff like that. But like you can get crazy with it. Business expense. We got that business expense. No, I painted a $5,000 picture frame because it didn't come in the color the woman wanted, so I repainted it for her. It was badass. Minmax, you're not subscribed anymore. Woo! I had a couple points where it was getting, you still get dry tip, so you have to be careful. So you still have to clean it, but I mean, like, it was just passing paint like crazy. Everybody who, there's some streamers in here, and I don't have my hands on the keyboard. So I really think that all of you should be, giving yourself an exclamation point SO and then your name, so that way you can share the fact that you're streaming so other people can check you out, because that's one of my favorite things, is sharing the hobby love with everybody. Yeah, we want Minmax to feel better so we can see her stream again, because she is a fantastic streamer, super entertaining. Just keep her mom away from it. She always breaks terms of service. Aw, thanks to Matt. I appreciate that. Don't forget. Give me your binge. Bug King was in here. AT Roger was in here. It's always so weird. Right? Mivax, that was so funny. Like, the look on your face was like sheer terror. It's like you went off the edge of a roller coaster, but you didn't know whether or not you'd stay on the tracks. Of which, like, you know, we all found out that how much Twitch really cares about stuff. Dude, Matt, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dude, Max, your mom's so funny. I'm glad to have gotten to know you and your family. You're very sweet people. MFTG7. Yeah, 7mm nozzle, 0.7mm nozzle. What do you need, Spencer? If you're also asking what color to paint your rims, the answer is black. Always black. Red skink, and you need some scales. Ah, thanks to Matt. Nailed it. Red skink, and you need some scales. Okay. I am embarrassed to say I don't know. I don't know what a skink is off the top of my head. Yeah, the airbrush flare. If you, I'm at this point where like I've got a bunch of airbrushes now, and while getting new airbrushes is always exciting, like I don't know if I necessarily need any more. I am stoked to have one like that because it's way more versatile than you think. It is. It's so nice to control it. So, like, all I'm thinking of is that episode of King of the Hill where they go snipe hunting and they're like, "We Matanye, we Matanye." I'm gonna look it up right now because I feel like an idiot. Skink, go. Oh shit! Look at that. Oh man, it's a really pretty snake. Snake lizard thing. Look at this one. He's got like crazy blue lips. I was actually just gonna think. I was thinking blue would be a really good little lizard man. Let's go with fantasy skink. Skink Warhammer Fantasy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're going red with them? And you're thinking about the scales on their back? Dude, I would go into this turquoise color over like a dark blue just to like make them like almost have like an iridescence. Oh man, that bold pyro red is fucking amazing. I would use turquoise on the back. Basically, think about them. You know how Super Mario looks the way that it does? Like, you look at Mario as in red and blue. Like, it's kind of the same sort of color color spectrum. So if you're highlighting with the red and you go up to like, because I would encourage you to use orange as your highlights on red, or like mix yellow in with them. If you've gone up that bright, then you need to use something like a turquoise, because they will be on your color wheel. These are your two, like these are your pair. So you want your highlights on the scales to be like this, and you know, and use like dark blue or regular blue to get you in there. And that is a really great way to bring in. Let's try to keep my things right around here. I mean, you could even go like this, dark gray blue and red, and have these be your scale colors, and this little quadrant would fucking work beautifully. You could even go as high as bringing in to this guy, and you could then go as dark as like a purple. Audun 54, what's up? How you doing today? We're talking some light color theory. Yeah, you could do something like this. And so basically you're just like, it's really stupid to think this basic about your highlights, especially since like it's not just going to be any one of these colors. You're going to be touching on a lot of them. You know, yellow and purple are beautiful together. Blue and red like are beautiful together, and orange and blue are just built for each other. So if you can take that sort of theory and blend them together so it's not so stark, you will get like supernatural highlights. Watch as heat cells, and then I want you to get copper to highlight your armor. Just ask MinMax how the whole monument line conversation went. It was one of my most proudest moments of like helping one of my most favoriteest painters like up her game, as she was just like fucking pissed as she's like, I'm buying a whole new paint line. I'm like, you're buying a whole new paint line. I'd be up there with Ruberitz. Hootie Hoo acts like I fucking mugged him. I really love their hobby bag. I have that. I mean, like, here's the thing, like, I'm not just like willy-nilly like promoting progress. Dude, the mat, it's worth an old one. If you can get an old one for like I think I paid $40 for mine, and it is badass. It is heavy. It is scary. Like, I need to replace the cord on it because like the insulation's worn through in a couple spots. But man, if you can find yourself an old lab mixer, oh, they're so cool. Fudcrup, how you doing? You've got the original Vortex mixer. It's called a wrist. Oh shit, there you go, man. See, like, I think that's what happened with me. I went on there and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I want that one. And it was like $40 shipped. I was like, oh, I don't really need a Vortex mixer. But at the time I was only using Army Painter. So truthfully, I did. Like, that is a paint that needs a Vortex mixer, which is really unfortunate because like Army Painter gets a lot of shit. But I'm telling you, after I got the Vortex mixer, I was doing much better with their paint line. Much better. Max, my original Vortex mixer is faulty. Zen for one, what's going on, man? How you doing? All my favorite people are here. I love this. Zen, truthfully, you did an awesome job on that model. I'd love to see that with like, I'd love to see that photographed with someone like the Sauce's photo capabilities, because I think that your photo left maybe not enough to be imagined, because like your vibe and things that you did to get those blends to like your OSL, the way that you had it naturally cast out was crazy. You did a great job on that, and it's so fun to see something like that in action. So you know, I say if that's what you're gonna be bringing to competitions, let me know which ones you're doing. That way I can skip those competitions, because you got a good eye, man. With this Heath guy here. Yeah. Truthfully, the interviews aren't for me, even though like I can't shut the fuck up. They really are for the people there. I'm just an added benefit. Have a good book on your new camera. Yeah, I mean, like your photo was so bright and like you know, like in that like natural daylight look, and it's supposed to be like a you know, a moody scene from an alley essentially. Oh no, it's because we're talking about it here. It's fucking Geekette's like, I'm throwing shade at the mat. Hooty hoot. Hooty hoots. It could be anybody in this room. Like, it's like Clue up in here. There's been times where I swear Casey and I were bidding on the same stuff, and I've like messaged him like, dude, did you just bid on this? He's like, nah, I thought about it. New Meta, what's up, dude? Hey, did I message you about that broken fingernail? Pocket painting? You ordered one this morning. Oh man, so I was just actually talking with Casey and his corn army that he put up for sale. Somebody bid on it and ran the bidding up and then refused to pay. So I was like, dude, put him on fucking blast. Put him on blast. I think they have a couple days to make it right, but so I hope it goes through. Casey's got a new kit on the way. He doesn't need to be dealing with fucking bum eBay sales. Okay, New Meta. So I sorry I did not message you. I went and looked through the box that I transported everything in, and the fingernail was not in there. So it is probably in bubble wrap or something in your house and has fallen underneath something. So it is not here. It is lost forever. Child 002 ate it. Could be. Very well could be. Lost on Meta's floor. That tracks. It's one of those things that, like, you put the nylon stocking over your vacuum and you start vacuuming up all the stuff on your floor. See all the bits that are there. So while I was filming that video this morning about everything and posing for that dumbass photo for the thumbnail, at some point in time, my hair grabbed one of the models off the counter. And so I went into the living room and sat down and started like posting things and thinking about my day. And all of a sudden I like feel something on my neck. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I reach back and there was a Conquest model stuck in my hair. I was like, oh no, this is a problem. This is a problem. Okay. Last one. My hair wanted to help. So when I worked at Guitar Center, I had hair down to my ass, and I played in a bunch of like death metal, grindcore bands out west, and I just like couldn't get rid of the hair. I loved the hair. It was it was part of me at that point. And one day, at the end of the amp risers, they have guitars that hang there. One day I was vacuuming or picking some shit up, and I leaned over and grabbed it, and when I stood back up, one of my dreads, because I never combed my hair or even conditioned it, I just washed it with Head and Shoulders dandruff shampoo and hope for the best. One of my rope dreads caught the edge of my edge of a $900 Telecaster, and it flung it up into the air, and it came crashing down onto one of the places where you put your feet while playing, and just dented the whole fucking guitar up. Still playable, but the fretboard was fucked. It was one of those things I was just oh man, I think I probably need to get rid of my hair. And within the next couple weeks, I had just a bad hair day and had my wife chop it all off. But it was like a rope. It didn't come easy. It was we probably could have towed a truck with it. When the miniatures start attacking you, it's definitely time to rethink your goals. Oh my god. That's about right. That's about right. Oh my god. And now Heath owns a guitar. I don't want that thing. I went back and set that on the repair shelf. And they're like, Heath, what happened to your hair? I was like, there's no way to know. Or what happened to that guitar? I was like, there's no way to know. Yeah, I mean it was a fine, it was not the step right below an American made one, so it was one of the high end Mexican ones. And I only own one Fender product now, and it's a 50s Mexi Strat, and it's better than any of the American stuff for a good long distance. You'd have to pay $2,500-$2,600 before you got to a guitar that played as good as this guitar does. So it was one of those that, and it was one that came off the floor and just was a player. It was a player. So it can happen. Painted Moose, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Everybody's making fun of me because I had Conquest models in my hair. Oh no, I am not finished with assembly. I wanted to be finished with assembly today. And I just realized that I should never schedule interviews if I want to get anything done. Because I end up, like, not getting as much stuff done. And plus, you know, like, I slept in. I should have, like, got moving earlier. And then I had to go to work because I forgot to write a rent check. That's pretty important. So, had to go to Costco. Just ran out of cereal and milk. Alright. That is everything. Everything from that. Turnip 27. Basically. Hey brother, I did not want to raid with Wicked, so I made some 2-in-1 man raid from Team Putt stuff. Right on, Paint Monkey, how you doing? Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the correct answer for if you're talking regular kid candy. That is the correct answer. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Fruity Pebbles would be a close second. Here's what you do with Fruity Pebbles, though. That's our new slogan. You're good. Excellent. Here is how you handle Fruity Pebbles. This is what I've learned. This is the true poop. You turn Fruity Pebbles into Rice Krispies treats, and it's just like absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And then when you're making your Rice Krispies treats, instead of just making it plain marshmallows, you put a little bit of vanilla extract in there to add a little bit of love. It's fantastic. Fantastic. And then if you can get weed butter, you mix weed butter in it and you make kick-ass edibles. Alright, start to all of the right arms go over here. This is what took me forever the last time. Just trying to get everything separated. It's cereal, not a fucking dessert. You know what? If you're having breakfast with me, it is more than likely you're just eating dessert. I make French toast. It's oven baked, so it's a little different than like something made on a skillet. And it is incredible and basically just like glazed in awesome sugar. Oh, dude, I think I would have to go slap them and be like, you can't do this. You can't do that. Caro syrup instead of marshmallows? Are you fucking fascist? Get out of here. Oh, Min-Max, I'm so glad you know it. I'm so glad you know it. It's the best. I mean, French toast has always been my favorite, but like when you cook that in the oven, it changes it. It makes it so much more delightful. Eldritch Architect, what's going on? An absolute game changer. It makes me mad that like all those years, like, I was like, I don't have a good skillet, so I can't make French toast. And I never once thought that an oven was the way to do it. It's so good. It's just the best. I do craving Dutch babies. I don't know what Dutch babies are. and bacon in the oven. I don't know if I've ever done bacon in the oven, but I've used bacon in a lot of stuff in the oven, but I've never just done it outright where I'm eating bacon. It's going well, Eldritch Architect. I'm feeling pretty good. I wish I would have got more done on my project today. I wanted to, by the time tonight happened, I wanted to be like, I bought all this stuff for basing. They're literally Dutch children's. Slow and low. Dude, what's up, Reiner? How you doing, buddy? So I bought a bunch of stuff to turn up 28 my army because like I knew I'd run out of it. And so like I got tufts, I got weird shit. Maple and brown sugar, yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely. Dutch baby pancakes, German pancakes. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. No, I have totally made that. I used to make an apple popover that was fucking crazy. Roberto89, how do I feel about St. Louis style pizza? Well, it isn't pizza. It's like a cracker. I mean, it's fine. I get why people like it. You know, Provel cheese is not my favorite cheese, but I have had, like, there's like one place in town that I found that actually serves really good Provel cheese, and so I'll give that a shot. But it's truly, like, Emo's is one of the worst pizzas I've ever had. It does two things. It'll keep you from starving, and it will turn into a turd. But that is about it. Painted Moose, what the fuck is St. Louis pizza? Yeah. Your wife just bought you a Heath Bar cookie. Aw, that's adorable. St. Louis style pizza is a thin crust pizza. But here's the thing. The thin crust pizza isn't like good. Yeah, Emo's only IMOS. It would be much cooler if it was like swoopy hair Emo's. But the problem with St. Louis style pizza is that at a certain point Emo's stopped using Provel. They use a different like blend. It's not quite like actual like gourmet Provel, if that's a thing. They're emo because their pizza sucks. Yeah, basically. It's kind of like government cheese. It's got like a tang to it. I think it's made in Wisconsin, but like nobody eats it there. Like they just make it and export it down to here. But it's one of those things that it is. It's one of those that you either love it or you hate it. There's not a lot of in between. But like the real problem with it is that it's it gets soggy. Like the problem with no, well, maybe it's too soft for a brick cheese. It always comes. No, it's definitely not. It basically comes in like spaghetti strands. Like if you buy it at the supermarket here at like the Schnucks or Dierbergs. But like it's not horrible. It's like white Velveeta. Actually, that is like probably pretty close to what it is. I drink. I used to eat a lot of brick cheese. Like you know, out in Oregon we had St. Louis pizza is just trash, man. Yeah, the problem is like Emo's crust is so thin and soggy by the time you eat it. You're basically just eating like a melted American single with like fucking oily like pepperoni in it. It's disgusting. Okay, so Detroit style pizza is fucking incredible. I didn't know that was a thing until recently. And we have Jets here in St. Louis as well, which does like old school Little Caesars style pizza. It's so fucking good. Use matzo. See, that's what I'm saying, Painted Moose. Like, they need something different. My our favorite place that does St. Louis style pizza, it is more like a matza. It's like, it's a much better cooked crust, and actually it's one of those that like they have like a minute window to get it right, and if it's wrong, it's fucking burnt, which kind of sucks. But their sauce is better than Emo's. They're like literally everything about it is so good. New York style is better than everybody else. Hootie hoot, I couldn't disagree with you more. I used to be like that, but I'm telling you, Detroit pizza is where it's at. Like that, I don't know how they fucking figured it out. It's fucking crazy good. Like it makes me excited to go back to Detroit, not just to hang out with all my new friends, but to literally get the real pizza. It's, I mean, it's so decadent and so good. You're entitled to your wrong opinion. I will say this: if you got a good New York style pizza, I really like a New York style, like an actual like fucking New York pizzeria, New York style margarita pizza is one of my most favorite things on the planet. I like how big the slices are, but I like how thin they are, so they're just cooked really nice all the way through. Great sauce. You know, I like the Western New York style pizza too, where it's like fluffier bread. Oh man, it's one of those things like I could eat like an entire fucking pizza of it, and that's like when I lose all of my self-control, then I think I found decadent pizza, you know? Like that's it. Like, and Samaro is the king of pizza. You know what? For fucking mall pizza, it's not the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Parada for, oh, I bet that's good. Oh, that's wrong. Oh my god. Guys, I've got a headache now. I'm so hungry. my Newton, it's wore off. But like Detroit style pizza, it's crazy. It's one of the best things ever. It's like a focaccia that's just been like fried in its own grease. It's IMOS, Emos. The square beyond compare. That's the other thing. It's so flat that they cut it into little squares, and you just get like a snotty, disgusting square pizza slice. It's fucking awful. It's awful. Oh, I love goat's cheese. Yeah, fucking give me goat's cheese on literally anything. Goat's cheese. If you are lactose intolerant, goat's cheese will not affect you. Something we found out. So, goat's milk ice cream. There is some. It's amazing. We actually, the last time we were in Jersey, aw, thanks, Painted. The last time we were in Jersey, there's this like little like strip mall pizzeria right next to our hotel, and they made a fucking badass pizza. Like their veggie pizza was like spinach and broccoli. It was fucking awesome. It's one of those things that like I love a good veggie pizza, especially if you're brave enough to actually do something with it. Because like so many people just like phone in veggie pizzas. Come on now. I do have family there. Can't remember what the name of the city that they're in, but it's like it's on the line. So not the last time, but the time before that, we went, hopped on the train and rode into the city, which was really nice. I dig Jersey. I didn't realize like how pretty that state is. Just gets a bad name because of fucking Jersey Shore and shit like that. But yeah, we'll probably have family out there for a while. The brother-in-law lives out there, and he works for one of those biochemical places or something. I can't remember. Motherfucker is smart as hell. It's awesome. It's so cool. Lots of bear. Is that a thing? Does Jersey have lots of bears? Kinda. Well, that makes me a little nervous. Northwest. Interesting. We saw a lot of deer while we were there. That was pretty cool. Hadn't seen a whole lot of deer in a while. Foraging for trash. Oh my god. Right in this neighborhood. That's terrifying. Out by Pennsylvania. Wow. Deer. Okay, so I'm a big fan of venison. But I am not a fan of living in an area with lots of deer. It just means that like you have to drive. Joanne, what's going on? Thanks so much for the follow. How you doing? You have to like drive at high alert all the time. It's like driving in St. Louis anytime the fucking Cardinals are played and everybody's drunk on the road. There's no more humans to scare them. Oh my god. That's fucking scary. I've always had an irrational fear of bears. Straight up, an irrational fear of bears. That's driving to your mom's. Yeah. There's like, and my problem was like I was such a fucking alcoholic partier that like I would just like get like blackout drunk and just like drive to the next party, and like the fact that I made it anywhere alive is insane. I'm so glad that I'm no longer in my early 20s. And that behavior made sense because you just didn't think that you were going to live for that long. And with that sort of attitude, I really wasn't going to. So I'm glad I made it. I think fear of bears is a perfectly rational fear. True. I used to go to this Christian camp when I was young called Tadmore out in Oregon. And they had bears out there, and it would keep me up at night. Like, I was like, a bear's gonna come in his cabin. Plus, I fucking watched, like, The Great Outdoors. That was, like, one of my favorite John Candy movies growing up. So it's like, I'm just terrified of a bear breaking into the cabin. So glad you made it. Aw. It's one of those things that, like, sometimes I think about the stupid shit I did, and I'm like, oh man, how the fuck did I survive that? It's like watching TV with my wife the other night, and we stopped. We were talking about a show, and just kind of like talking about the intricacies of it. All right, Zen for one. Oh my God, a bear chasing a skier down the slope, and you know that bear was having the time of its life. It was just like, oh, this is good time. Look at my dinner. Like, oh, we're gonna work up this appetite. So yeah, we were watching Search Party on HBO Max, and the splash screen of it has this like beautiful red background, all painted on, and I was like having a straight up like acid flashback while I was like, and Mal was talking, and I was like looking over at her. I was like, how come she's not commenting about the screen moving? And I looked at her, I was like, is that background moving? And she's like, no. I was like, okay, I am having an acid flashback then. It's not that crazy. 2 instances in 25 years. 2 instances is too many for me. It always seems odd that we have bears here, but I think road noise keeps them away unless you end up 20 miles out of town. Yeah, so that's all like the thing, where I grew up, like we were out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So it was mountain lions and deer. It's crazy. My plan for avoiding bears is just to keep away from picnics. Yeah, picnics. Also, we have a moratorium on porridge in the house. It's just not allowed. Bears love porridge. Yeah. So, Demat, the fact that you're out in Oregon, like, people do not take mountain lions near as seriously as they should. Like a bobcat, you probably scare off, but like fucking mountain lions are dangerous animals. Moratorium is a great word. It's one of our favorites. Oh my God. And it got out. Painted moose. It's so scary. There was like a woman growing up that had a mountain lion as her pet, and she would like drive like a little Datsun, and she had a fucking mountain lion sitting in her passenger seat. So she'd be like driving into town to go to the Safeway, and she'd pull up to a stop sign, and you'd be like, oh my God, there's a fucking mountain lion in that woman's car. Water moccasins are terrifying. They are extremely aggressive, yes. I'm not a big fan of snakes. I like them. I think they're beautiful creatures, but also they are fucking scary as shit. Sharks and deadly jellyfish. Also, there is, this pit of broken glass that's over here, and we have an active volcano over here, and fucking Australia is one of the, like, craziest places on Earth to me. You can't drive with fear in the car. Dude, Outsider, I am not done. Hey, Outsider Miniatures needs a follow, and you guys need to check out his Instagram and follow his stream. He is a hell of a painter, and so he needs a shout out. You all being scared of bears when you got mountain lions as pet? Holy shit. Thank you so much to Matt. That's awesome of you. My biggest worries are tweakers. That is a very real thing. Like, so everybody here in Missouri likes to pretend like we've got meth on like we are the capital of meth heads here, and there's a lot of them. I will give them that. But Oregon is old school fucking like cowboy tweakers. They are like trucker, like crosstop tweakers and Hell's Angels tweakers. And so when like meth really took hold out west, it was a whole nother thing. It was a whole nother thing. Awesome. I'm glad that your computer will be fixed. I was talking about that the other day. Like, everybody was like, "Oh, we're here. We love hanging out." And I'm like, I've got a hypothesis that you don't hang out because I'm a amazing painter. You hang out because it is fun to hang out and we talk and have a good time. I was like, otherwise you'd be hanging out in Outsider Miniatures all the time because that motherfucker can paint. And so I was singing your praises the other day. Hawaii has a big drug problem too. I don't doubt that for a second. Like, anytime you isolate people like that, it's fucking crazy. Charged by 2 bears, a boar, and stalked by a cougar. I've definitely been stalked by a cougar. That is, that is the shit right there. You're like, okay, I'm probably gonna die right now. I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, that's always sucks. It would always happen when like we always had meth head friends being in like the hardcore metal scene out there in Oregon. Like they just were, and, half the time they'd just come and crash on our floor and leave, and we never had any real issues with anybody. But it always happened when you like needed to get weed and you ended up like in a trailer park, and you'd be like, okay, well, I need to buy this weed and leave, and they're like, you weren't going to smoke it with us? And you're like, oh man, this little like 2-second thing now turned into a 4-hour thing. There's always a baby crying in the background. Blah. Stalked by a cougar, but I had to tell her no, thank you. But I'm flattered. Oh man, that we've had some crazy run-ins. I'm so glad I don't do that shit anymore. I'm so glad that I grew the fuck up. Terrifying. I had some terrifying experiences. Full of crackheads. Yep. That happens. Poor crackheads. Man, there's this new documentary on Netflix about the crack epidemic. And it's like, crack is a devastating drug. It is absolutely just like, it's so sad what it does to communities and to families. And there we go. Damn lucky they didn't bring the building down on them. They are like, people with addiction, like, it's, if you actually get to that point where like nothing matters but the substance that you're searching for, the high, the escape from reality, like, you become a very dangerous person at that point, because you literally don't have anything left to live for but the substance. It makes you an extremely, oh shit, extremely scary person to be around, Come on. I had a friend who he was actually, my wife's friend, and she knew he was bad news, but like, he made good fried bologna sandwiches and didn't steal from her. But he was hopelessly addicted to crack. And I mean, it was just so sad watching what it did to his body. The day I stood in the shower for hours talking to a tub of cheese, I knew it was time to grow up and stop experimenting with LSD. I understand that completely, Joanne. Completely. 100% understand. Oh, really? Last time I was in Seattle, I had a wonderful time. It was really cool. I was just out in daylight shooting up. Never shot up. Just trying to be funny. No, but like I seriously, like, the thing that I used to do when I lived out west is like I drove a Blazer, so I just like would run around with a sleeping bag in my car, and I never like rented a hotel. If my friends weren't comfortable with me sleeping in their house for whatever reason, because like my friends, we all didn't know each other super well, and sometimes I wasn't comfortable sleeping in their house. I just slept in the car, and so I definitely. I've had some times in Seattle where I'm just like sleeping in my car, smoking joints. When in Rome. Jesus. History's greatest monster. Thank you so much for the follow. How you doing? We're just sharing horror stories of our youth being irresponsible children. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I have heard that is fucking insane. There we go. Had a friend be straight up mugged down there. Yours was out of being tired and not drugs. So I got really good at, like, I got to the point where like I was homeless. I chose to be homeless. I shouldn't just take the claim of like, oh, I was homeless, because like I always could have gone home. I did not want to go home. I didn't want to live under my parents' rule anymore. You know, and being like a fledgling addict, like the drug was more important. Being on drugs and being drunk and wasted all the time was more important than being safe and clean kept. So like basically like about once a week I would end up back at my parents' house to do laundry real fast, take a shower, and I was back out couch surfing. And we had this barn that we used to stay at called the Chem Shack, I would just sit out there at the chem shack and just get fucking blasted beyond all recognition. And it was like horrible. And it got to the point where I couldn't sleep anymore on beds. Like, I dated this woman, and she always wanted me to sleep in bed with her, and I just couldn't. Like, I didn't feel like I deserved it, and so I was a fucking wreck. That was one of those relationships that I wish I would have been in a better place for, because she didn't fucking deserve me like that at all. She deserved me to be a better human being. Dude, Paint Monkey, that sounds like a fucking dream, man. That sounds badass. Just set another tweaker on fire. Holy shit. That is hardcore, man. That is absolutely hardcore. Holy shit. Not that I ever want to see anybody lit on fire, but you know. When in Rome, right? It was a great time. I was pretty fearless. I'm like totally scared of everything now. I am not that brave anymore, and I was all about the couch surf, sleep on the side of the road, go out life, you know, like I just always had fun, and you know, unfortunately drugs became a huge part of that. Taste of Chaos was pretty tight, though. I don't even know what Taste of Chaos is, but I bet they had cool hair. Yes. So, like, when I met my wife, we were traveling with a circus, so we were staying in a dorm. And for me, that was like a total step up from what I had been doing. And it was nice learning to be inside again. Oh yeah. That's like that's a lot of hair. That's a lot of pretty hair right there. Oh man. Okay. Looks like I'm only going to be able to get these done tonight, which means I have one more build to get the last abomination built, and then that's literally everything except for that big resin model, which I think I'm just going to save that to the end. Richard Reed's unacceptable, right? It fucking feels so bad, like that I'm not further along, but also like I did not know that today was gonna go like what today went. Stay up later. I haven't had lunch, so look at how late it is and know that I'm starving right now. I want you to die for your art. Isaac, what's going on? Hopefully that becomes something that happens in the next couple years. Like, it just fucking needs to help. Like, legal weed has got to happen. Oh my god. Oh my god, Joanne, I totally missed that. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying, Joanne. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Illinois is just down the road. What's the big resin model? It's the Founders edition of the Spires model. So basically, it's a Lineage Highborn in a different pose. A huge fucking resin base. It's gorgeous. It was expensive. If I had a Heath bar, would that be cannibalism? No. And yeah, Illinois is right down the road. We don't have any really good dispensaries really close over the bridge. And here's the, like, I might like talk about weed and drugs a lot, but I don't do it hardly at all anymore. Just because I'm just always busy. So I just like, I'll wait till it gets good in the state. Oh man. Aw. Giggling Geek Cat, when's your birthday? Did I miss your birthday? It's your birthday today. Happy birthday. Did you get to do anything fun? Besides cookies? Everybody wish Giggling Geek Cat happy birthday. I want to see this chat window just full of happy birthdays. All right, the Painted Moose. Thanks for hanging out. Oh my god, Peach Gobbler. That sounds so good. Sounds so good. I should sing. She starts crying. She's like, I didn't want to cry for my birthday. It's horrible. A horrible thing to do to another human being. Never do that again. As I only have relative pitch without somebody guiding me. So it would just be a nice tone-deaf, horrible time. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes for our friend Giggling Geekette. Oh my god, fried bologna. Man, I'm telling you, I will eat the fuck out of a fried bologna sandwich, man. Timing with the release is pretty on point. You know, I seem to remember us talking about that, but I'm so bad at remembering anything. I have CRS for sure. CRS. This is, you want to hear like an old guy joke? I have CRS. Can't remember shit. I remember like the most obtuse like data, but forget all the rest. Oh man. There it is. Oh, man. Richard, that's all you, man. It's all you. Here's another thing that you guys didn't know about me. I took care of a guy until he was 102 years old. So I have way too many old guy jokes that are just like never ever gonna leave my mind. Even if I want them to, they will never go away. You guys, I have a pen in my pocket, and I have the best notepads in the world. They look like ramen. I have like 4 pads of this. I could totally do that. Streamer, how's the willpower on day 1? Well, I've already given up. No, I'm good. I wish I would have. I wish that I wouldn't have had an interview today because it kind of. I mean, I'm glad I had the interview. I really wanted to talk with Jay and Nick from Aeons of Battle, but like I didn't get shit done because of it. So they will never go away. They will never go away. The hell did all that mean? Yeah, Jay's super cool. Nick is like, we got both of them, which is cool because Nick is hardly ever in front of the camera, and super cool dude as well. Like I'm glad that they're in the hobby. Talked about a lot of stuff. Asked them if they'd had any issues, like being a person of color and in the hobby at all, and he's like the most thing that we get is people think I'm Indian. And I just start laughing. My handwriting is so bad. Like I definitely have like an undiagnosed learning disability. Like you can't read my handwriting. So all my notes, they don't help. I do that a lot more. That helps out a lot. And I just have like a notepad in my phone that I use a lot. I was having a lot of heart issues last year, and so I was constantly have to pull it out to like heart palpitations. This time, because I stood up too fast, lasted for 2 minutes. That sort of thing. It's with notes about other Gundam models. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, I'm never gonna find the other half of this. Nope, that's not right either. Moving on. There we go. You liking that Barbatos? I really need to get me one of those one of these days. One of these days. One of these days. Shit. My Gundam backlog is absurd. Hobby Grotto, what's going on? Get that Grimdoink on. This is quite a project. Yeah. I expected to be a little bit further ahead than I am today, but it's okay. I think if I work on it at least an hour a night, so like here's the next step is once all these are built, it's basing and gluing on foliage. No, this is a Magic the Gathering playmat that I got for $2 at Miniature Market on sale. And I use it as my target because I know if I'm working on it, I'm always centered in the cam. Plus, skulls are cool. See, we all have our tricks here. You've got that awesome, like, leaning riser desk, which is absolutely brilliant. I got my skull mat. Hobby Grotto, I'm, stick around. I'm going to be doing a lot more live streaming while working on this. I'm going to be sharing a lot of photos on Sundays. On Sundays on Twitch, there will be giveaways. I wish I could extend them to the YouTube family, but I can't figure out how to make the bot work. And so, so the giveaways will only be on Twitch. So what I'll do is when the giveaway happens, yeah, that's exactly it. The giant playmats for PC FPS games, right? So we got for the first couple giveaways, we're going to be doing one a week from Leo over there at Parabellum Games. Oh, come on, you bastard. Sorry. These are like my least favorite models to build from Conquest, by the way. I hate how they're like in multiple parts. It just like makes it so much harder to build. Ah, dude, I love that. I love the idea of an Ava model fighting a Pacific Rim model. But the first 3 giveaways are going to be for one of these, the Conquest Companion, which has the full codex of the first 4 armies. They have had an errata to help like balance them a little bit further since this was printed, but it you know, for the most part, it's everything you need to learn the game. But the cool thing is it has all this great lore and beautiful artwork in it. It's a really great book, especially if you're into like a grim, dark fantasy setting. Like the problem with me, like Age of Sigmar, it's not grim, dark enough. I'm gonna be fighting against the big sports ball tournament. Oh, it's the big game. A couple years ago, I got invited to. It's not in the starter set. No, you get a smaller book that has all the rules and the armies for the first 2 factions. This one has all the first 4. The book's awesome, and if you can win it, it's good. The Superb Owl watching event. Be our first Superb Owl party. Well, the nice thing is, all you guys will be here, right? Alright, Latino Hot, be safe, man. I always used to, like, get booked on, like, World Series weekend. Like, if you are playing fucking any music in St. Louis during the month of October, no one's fucking coming. Of course you will. I could totally be just as interesting as the Superb Owl. Hobby Grotto, like, it's with this, I usually don't mind building models, but having the legs fit together like this, like the poses, the end result of the pose, while yes is really unique, I actually don't think it's that good either. It's like, well, you did something new, but was that a good thing? Maybe not. Man. If JT showed up to pop my nipple out, it'd be awesome. Yeah, like, so I remember when these models first came out, and I got them a little bit earlier just because, like, I'm a Vanguard, and so, like, I was allowed to order, and, like, my shipment came, like, weeks before everybody else, so I started building them. I was like, these models are fucked. And everybody was like, dude, stop being so negative on the models. I'm like, hey, I paid, like, actual money for these. I'm allowed to think whatever I want on them, and I think that this is not a very good design. So I can say whatever the fuck I want to about these things. Lefties. Lefties. Right-hands. Right-hands. This takes so much time. I'm missing a leg. Oh, fuck. So non-confrontational too. Well, I was just like, hey, just so you know, these things are gonna take a lot longer to build. Like they're not easy builds. And somebody was like, well, what do you like? Why would you say that? I'm like, I'm just like letting you know, like it's not gonna be easy. Just sorry. And like, be more positive on the models. I was like, I'll be more positive when they stop designing them this way. It's a serious medical condition, and especially since it wouldn't just be a leg; it's also like part of their hip and like genital region. It's like half of their body. But you know, like every model company has one model that like it looks cool, but the actual build is a nightmare. Like the Slaanesh, chariots are a goddamn travesty. Stick a turnip in there to replace it. That's right. Rutabaga. There he goes. Each branch is a ball joint. What the fuck? Keeper of Secrets was not so bad. The Keeper of Secrets has a couple weird gotchas in it, but it's not the worst model I've ever built. Not by a long shot. The chariot was the fucking worst. Gapville wasn't so bad on that. Beryl, how you doing, buddy? Changing everything around on me. Past Sevens Paintings, what's going on? How you doing? I should turn up a turnip at the end of this. Turn up for what? Oh. Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, what the fuck are you doing to me, man? You're gonna make me look like I'm an asshole who doesn't remember who you are. That's the real gotcha journalism. I'm on Facebook. We're live right now on Facebook. I don't think anybody's watching me there. But I'm there. I'm trying to figure out how to stream onto Reddit. But yeah, you can watch me on Facebook. Ah, very good. You son of a gun. The Eradicators! Every time I hear that name, I can't help it. I go back to Kids in the Hall. USOG. I also have another half of a torso that I can't figure out where the other half went, so it's somewhere around here. Oh shit, there it is. What's it look like on there? Is it any better? Is it any worse? I'm very interested. It would be nice to like have like my Facebook page actually have people on it, and so it makes sense to actually like keep it around. But right now it's just like nobody uses it. Yeah, I think Twitch is still my preferred way to watch live people as well. Oh, interesting. Twitch has been having a lot of weird problems lately. I hope everything's okay. When I was talking with Hands of Battle, you know, they only stream on oh yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds like the way to do the fried bologna sandwich. I'm waiting for someone to have a Rusty Shackleford account. Sha-sha-sha. Yeah, see, I don't have a Hobby Time in the Murder Basement channel, though. It's all just under my name. Because it started out as a music channel. Then I was like, but I already have 50 subscribers. Why would I start over again? Oh, hindsight. Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And if you guys haven't already joined the Brush Coven, highly encourage that you do. It's the best place on the internet. Assembly, you've been watching me this long, and you're just now being like, what is he doing? These are the Spires Vanguard clone infiltrators. It's a dual kit from Parabellum, Parabellum's Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings. I hated doing it when I built a bunch of them before, and here we are. I hate doing it now. Been doing this for 2 hours, and 2 hours I should have these infantry guys built. You shouldn't have to spend this much time on infantry. Shouldn't. I'm excited to see the finished product because you have been slaying it for sure. Here's the other part. Watch it not fit. I want you all to admire Geekette's work and how thoughtful it is, and how controlled her work is. And then I want you to expect the exact opposite from me for the next month. the exact opposite. March back, boys. March back, boys. Anytime I do freehand, I feel trepidatious. Ball joints. So many ball joints. What were they thinking? All right, Paint Monkey, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Kiki, what's going on? Glad to see you here tonight. I'm so glad that you've been hanging out in the Brush Coven. It's always nice seeing people here. Yeah, Black Fist on my background. Really? You couldn't have done it easier? Alright, Barrel. Thanks for hanging out and confusing me multiple times. I love that. Don't ever change. The check's in the mail. You're beautiful. Don't ever change. You know what I mean. I love building models too. I just don't love building these models. Sounds good, buddy. All right. You also got a Twitch now too. Fucking fantastic. I'm so glad that you're there. That's awesome. It's really a great group of people. It makes me really happy. I keep on going back and forth on whether or not I'm ever going to glue anything together. Sometimes I think that I'm going to, sometimes I don't. I'm like, eh. It truly is. I think as far as I'm getting tonight is getting these torsos in here. I'm fading, friends. I'm fading. Have it fight your pain blade. Kiki, I saw that you followed Teals last night. I hope you can get on there and watch him stream. He's really great. He's such a good person to have in your corner. All right, Eldritch. Somebody get this guy a Snickers bar. Damn right. Yeah, please do. I love recipes. If we get enough of them going, we'll make a tab for them. I'm gonna have that guy leaning way back, doing the limbo. Oh, that will happen. Eventually that'll happen. We're all itching to get out in the public again, so that will for real happen. Someday we will all meet each other and it'll be great. I don't know if we'll feel comfortable enough for hugs yet, because we'll still have been like a COVID nightmare, but you know, at least we'll get to see each other's smiles in person, hopefully without masks. Oh no! Hoot hoot, not hugging you. I will say, like, I've said it before, like, I didn't know that, like, it's not like I'm a weird germaphobe, but you should really hook up with Useless Wizard. Yeah, you should. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. That stuff's gonna happen. Like, that's a real thing that happens. It's not a pipe dream. That happens. You live in Australia. What is this COVID? Well, you know that beach that has alligators and lethal jellyfish and stingrays and all that stuff that you were talking about? It's kind of like that. All right, peeps. I've got to get some fucking food. All right, let's see who's streaming. Giggling Geekette, I feel you. I feel you. Right now, like, I've been having so many problems with allergies and bullshit like that. I feel you. I might do the exact same thing. All right. So, Turnip 28 challenge. We're not done yet. We're not done yet at all. All of your Oz friends. You guys actually took it seriously. We did not. Let's see here. Tabletop Minions is streaming. Zacharelius is building Gundams. New Meta is probably painting some things. Wapple is playing. What do you guys want to do? Where do you guys want to go? Any of you YouTube people, if you aren't already on Twitch, you should get an account on Twitch and raid into somebody else's stream with me, because it's always fun saying hi. Oh, dude, we're going to Zacharelius. He's building cool shit. All right, so here's my spiel. I am sitting back. I'm going to be doing this most nights, I think, during this. I will probably be working a little bit every single night, so it's gonna be awesome. Night hooty hoot. Oh, Walters is always great. I don't know who Dr. Rhino is. That's gonna have to be someone else. Zacharelius is building a crazy Gundam thing, and it's gonna be fun. So check that out, at least for a second. So yeah, I love you guys. If you want to support the channel, I got a Patreon. I guess we're still doing subs on Twitch. They haven't taken that away yet. Also doing them on YouTube as well, if you choose to do it there. Get early episodes and shout outs. This is Heat's push for partner, something that I will never ever do. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. If you can't do anything monetarily, don't even worry about it. It's just you being here, hanging out. It's totally worth it. I love you all. Have a good night.